Hello, lovely. So, Christmas is over for another year. I hope you had a really, really wonderful Christmas. And now we're in that week between Christmas and New Year where we kind of think, what day is it? What am I meant to be doing? What is my life purpose? It's kind of that in between week where we feel like we're kind of like wandering aimlessly through these days. So, I hope you had a really good Christmas, but I know that a lot of us now have quite a lot of rubbish and clutter in our homes, and it can make us feel quite overwhelmed. But then the thought of tidying up your house right now when you've just gotten through Christmas and all of the preparations and the big Christmas day, tidying your house feels like a massive job now too, especially seeing mums out there. I know for a fact that a lot of the mess is not your mess. It's just gift wrap and packaging and snack wrappers and stuff that's been left around by the other people in your life, and they don't care about the mess. They're just enjoying their day anyway, but you care about the mess and you want a nice, tidy, relaxing haven to spend time in, especially this week when you're looking to rest and recharge. But you also don't want to spend a whole day doing a big cleanup in order to have that nice home to relax in, right? I get you. I get where you're coming from. So what we do every year is we have a three-step system to kind of tidy and um, basically make the house nice to live in, pack away the Christmas stuff in a way that's not overwhelming, in a way that doesn't feel like really hard work. We do it in three separate stages, and I'm going to share them with you today in case they can help you too. So the first thing is to just deal with the wrapping paper and the packaging. So Christmas Day, everybody comes out, they rip open their presents, there's paper, there's boxes, there's ribbons, there's cards, there's everything. That plastic inside the box that holds the toy, that stuff is just thrown everywhere and it feels like a massive mess. But actually, once you get rid of the paper and packaging clutter, your house is already going to feel so much more relaxing. It will be less chaotic. It will feel less overwhelming to move through that space once you get rid of the gift wrap rubbish. So that's where we start. That's our step one. Now, the way we handle ours is the way most people handle theirs. We gather up the rubbish and we get rid of it. But there are a few things that we do that make it less work every year. And the first thing that we do is we've switched most of our gift wrap. This is a long-term plan. We've switched most of our gift wrap from paper to material. So Christmas material, you can either find it at op shops. You can find a lot of Christmas material like offcuts from when people have made Christmas outfits, Christmas pajamas, that sort of thing. Or you can go to Spotlight or any material store and you can actually get rolls of Christmas themed material. And you can wrap your presents in material instead of in paper, just like they do in, is it furoshiki in Japan, where they wrap with material? It's that concept. So it's you doing that. I'll leave a link so you can check that out. So the origin of where we learnt about it. But basically, you're wrapping with material instead of paper, which gives you a number of benefits. One is that you have less rubbish to get rid of. So your bin isn't full because you're going to save that material and reuse it every year. So if we're not using material, our recycling bin is crammed full after Christmas, and in fact used to be overflowing because we had other recycling that needed to be done after Christmas Day. And then when you add all of the wrapping and the packaging to the bin, it doesn't even close. So switching to material really, really helped that out. Now what I do Christmas morning or the day after Christmas or a couple of days later, depending on your time frame and how much you've got going on. My kids are older, so I can do more now. If you've got babies and toddlers, just getting through Christmas Day might be a thing. So you might not want to touch this until the next day. That's fine. But instead of having to pick up big amounts of paper rubbish now and put them in the recycling, what we do instead is we just fold up the material. That in itself, doing the folding can be quite soothing. We fold up the material and we pack it away again for next year. And already the place feels so much better. Now, our kids still get some presents that are wrapped in paper and, they come in boxes and they're still packaging. So we still have to deal with that like everybody else does. We save the paper that can be used again next year because that will be good for wrapping things like Secret Santa or Kris Kringle gifts where we're not going to get the material back and can use it again the next year. So we save paper for that. That gets folded up and put it away. Or if there's anything left after that, that gets put into the recycling bin and we just scrunch it up as small as we can and try not to take up a lot of space. Cardboard boxes get flattened, hard plastics get put in our yellow recycling bin to be recycled. And then that pretty much covers everything except the soft plastic wrappers like the cellophane and the scrunchable plastics. Those we have a local recycling system called Kirby, where our council basically says if you take all of your soft plastics, put them in one big bag and stick a label on it and scan the label, you can then put it in your yellow recycling bin and we will collect it. And before we had that, you couldn't recycle soft plastics. They basically all went to landfill. So if you have a local program that will do that, it's definitely worth a quick Google because you feel a lot less guilty about all of that rubbish. Okay, so basically though, step number one is the part that gets you out of overwhelm, because when you get rid of all of the rubbish from the paper, from the packaging and the gifts and all of that sort of stuff, that's when your house starts to feel doable again. Tidying doesn't feel like a massive job after that. So if you're only going to do one thing in one day, do that and then move on to step two on another day if you want to. Now, step two is packing away gifts and toys that have been received this Christmas. And this is kind of a two-step process. One, stay with me here. It's going to feel like a lot. I promise it doesn't have to be. But the first thing you need to do is declutter the old stuff so that you have room to put the new stuff away. If you go ahead and just put the new things away straight away, you're cramming things into bedrooms, you're cramming things into cupboards. And it feels really overwhelming then every time you go into that room or open that cupboard, and you're risking things falling out and getting broken or hurting you. And we don't want that. So we want to do a nice little declutter. Now, if you're doing this while the kids are young and it becomes kind of a process that you repeat, it doesn't get so big and overwhelming over the long run. And your kids grow up learning that this is a normal thing that we do every year and it's not a big issue, and they start to do it themselves, which is fantastic. So to declutter, you want to first start with things like clothing, because it's easy to spot what doesn't fit anymore or what doesn't get worn on a regular basis. So you're just going to grab a big garbage bag or a reusable bag. You're going to go through one drawer at a time. It doesn't have to be one big event. You're not going to declutter in one day. You can do it over a few days. Start with clothes, start with one drawer. Maybe you're going to do t-shirts first and that's it. But basically you're just going to take out things that your kids aren't wearing or don't fit anymore, and they're going to go in the donation bag. And that's it. Don't overthink it. You know which clothes your kids love to wear. You know what their favorite items are. You know what they don't fit anymore. So don't overthink it. Just go with that. Then you're going to look at decluttering their toys. It's really easy to start with what's broken, what's missing items. Get those out first, throw them away, right? Then just sit with your kids and say, okay, cool. Out of all of these toys here, which ones do you guys love the most? Which ones do you play with all the time? So don't ask them, what do they want to get rid of? The answer will be nothing. Ask them, what are your favorite things? Okay. And then those favorite things get packed up and put away because they're so special. And then you say, great. So the other stuff, let's take it out for now so that we've got room for our new things. And then what you do is you put those things in a big box with a lid on it. You don't get rid of it yet. You tell the kids, we're not getting rid of that. We're just going to pop it away so that we have space for our new things. And then in that box with the lid, you're going to stick a Post-it note on the outside with the date 3 months from now. And if anybody wants anything from that box in the next 3 months, just going to get it out. The box is in the shed, in the garage, out of the way. But you just go to it, get out the thing that they're asking for and give it to them. That's fine. And anything that's not asked for in that 3 months, that's the stuff that you can then donate. Nice and easy. You're not feeling guilty. It's not overwhelming. But you've got space for the new stuff as well. That's a really nice, easy way to declutter. Okay, so step three. Step three is packing away your Christmas decorations. Oh wait, I didn't go back and tell you the process. When you're putting the new gifts away, you know how I said it was a two-step process, putting your Christmas gifts away? One is you declutter and get space for them. The second step is when you're putting them away, I just want you to think about what are the favorite things that your kids receive, the things that they're already playing with more than the other stuff. Those things, when you're putting them away in bedrooms or playrooms or toy rooms, make sure those particular ones are the ones that are getting put away at eye level, the ones that are easy to get out and put away again really, really quickly and easily, because that's going to help you maintain the tidiness over the next few days. It makes a huge difference to think, okay, what are the things that are the favorites? Make them easy to get out, easy to put away again. That's going to halve your workload alone because you're not lifting things up and putting them into hard to reach places and constantly having to pack up yourself. Okay, now we're going to move on to step 3, which is packing away your Christmas decorations. This is something that I use a step-by-step approach for because I don't want to do it all in one day. Now, we have a deal in our family where we're a 2-parent household, so I have me and my husband. If you are a multiple parent household, this is easier. You can say, can you please do the outside decorations and I will take care of the inside decorations. Or you can do it with your kids and say, on day 1, we're going to pack away the outside decorations, and day 2, we're going to start looking at the inside stuff. So basically what we want to do is break it down and take the pressure off. You don't need to pack away everything in one day. Now, I know that some of you will feel better if you can, but do you really want to put yourself through all that effort and all that work just to flop down onto the lounge at the end of the day, exhausted, but at least you've had it done? I don't know. I think we kind of need to go for more of a I feel relaxed at this time of year sort of idea and do it step by step instead. There's nothing wrong with taking your time and doing it one step at a time. And that's a great way to role model to your kids that you don't have to get it all done and get it all perfect in one go either. Life can be easy. Life can be relaxing. You can do things over a number of steps instead of all at once, and that's totally fine. So maybe you want to delegate the outside to your partner and you want to do inside. And then when you're doing inside, I'm pointing over here because my Christmas tree is here. Can I show you my tree? Hang on. Oh, there we are. Okay. So here are the steps that we do. Day 1, we take the decorations off the tree. Day 2, and we put the ornaments in boxes, and the boxes go in the wardrobe in my room, wherever you keep yours. You do your ornaments first, they get a box all for themselves, and you put them away. Day 2, we take the lights off the tree and we wrap them up and we do it neatly so that next year it's easy to unravel them. So we pack the lights away on day 2. On day 3, that's when we take down the tree itself, because that's a big job too, especially if you've got little toddlers running around, or if you've got a baby to take care of, or if you've got pets running through the room. Just getting the tree down is a massive job in itself. So that's why we give it a day for itself. So we pack down the tree and we pop it in a tree bag or a box and we pop it away. And notice how it's the same step every time. We just do one area to completion. So we take care of the ornaments, put them away. Take care of the lights, put them away. Take care of the tree, put it away. And then a little sweep or vacuum to get those stray tree needles. And then you're done. If you have other decorations, then you can do them before you do the tree. You can pack them away if you want to, and do sections or rooms. If you have kitchen decorations, you might do the kitchen on day 1. If you have bedroom decorations, maybe that'll be day 2. If you have decorations in your lounge room that aren't the tree, maybe that'll be day 3. And then you start the tree on day 4. So we're doing this as a step-by-step, bit-by-bit process, just as you might have had to do when you put them up. You might not have been able to decorate the whole house in one day. You don't have to undecorate the house in one day either. So one step at a time, and that's it. And also that kind of gives you a bit of an easing out of Christmas time, as opposed to an abrupt closure of the Christmas season. So it can feel a lot more relaxing that way too. Now, as to when you take down your Christmas decorations, that's completely up to you. It's going to depend on your family. There is no set day that you should have it done by. Everybody has a different opinion or perception on when they should pack away their decorations. Some people just do it on Boxing Day because they're ready for Christmas to be over, because the lead up to Christmas was so big. Other people have reasons to keep it up for longer. We celebrate Orthodox Christmas on January 7 with my dad, and so we pack the tree away after that. And then we start getting into family birthdays from about the 9th of January onwards. So for me, the 8th is a great day for me to pack away or start packing away the Christmas stuff, because we've kind of got that mental transition moving away from Christmas, heading into some birthdays. So that works for us. What works for you? What feels good for you? What I want you to do this year is think, well, in the new year ahead, is think about, how can I make things easier for me? How can I make things feel better when I'm doing them? That's the concept that we should try and live by in the year ahead, so that we actually enjoy the day-to-day stuff that we're doing and not just powering through it, trying to get to downtime that may not even exist if you've got young kids, right? What's an easier way that we can do this? What feels good for me? For us, that's doing the tree after the new year, after the Orthodox Christmas, and doing it then. For other people, it's before the new year. For some of us, we leave our tree up for months and months and months because we love how it looks. That's totally fine too. Whatever feels good for you. Okay, so those are the 3 steps. Deal with the packaging first and the rubbish first, then deal with declutter and putting things away, but don't make it a massive job. Do easy baby steps at a time, and then take down your Christmas decorations one step at a time as well. That's how I make sure that my home feels easy to tidy, fun and comfy to relax in, and it just takes a little bit of the pressure off because I don't have all of that I have to do everything overwhelm in front of me in one go. I hope you found this helpful. If you're looking for other ways to find running your household, make it more organized and more easy, you might want to check out the House and Family Binder. It's a simple set of prints that help you run your household without stress and overwhelm. It's a really simple concept, but it works really, really well. So I'll leave a link below so you can check that out. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.